Alrighty, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about print runs. For any of you who are new to Pokemon or been reeled back in, so to speak, in the last few months or year, what have you, this market we're currently into is not something that is foreign to most of us. This happens every few years. Pokemon collecting seems to go parabolic at the right place at the right time with the right sets, and all of a sudden then everything is rocket emojis, Lamborghinis to the moon. This happened in 1999 when Pokemon came out. It was that bad with how overprinted everything was. There were some sports sets that just didn't even get made because they needed the printer allocation to print out more base set, Jungle, Fossil, Team Rocket, whatever. And guess where those boxes are today? A hell of a lot more than they were back then. All the people talking about, Pokemon's going to print this shit to the ground. It's going to be worthless. Look at Hidden Fates. That's a more recent example. That set was literally gone. Like, it was the definition of parabolic when the COVID lockdowns were going on. I mean, you had people fist fighting each other in the middle of Walmart and Targets trying to get extra boxes of Hidden Fates. That, $10,000 Black Label Charizard sale really set off this new modern collecting, investing boom, in my opinion. You had front page of IGN was Pokemon card sells for $10,000. And everyone just went fucking insane. Like, everyone lost every shred of decency, every shred of common sense went out the window, and people just started seeing dollar signs. On top of that, it's a fun fucking set to open. Like, I love Hidden Fates. There's lots of cool hits in it. It's got a lot of the original, 151 Pokemon that everyone loves. The artwork is a little bit bland on a lot of stuff. It's the same reused artwork from over and over again in Sun and Moon era, with the rainbow rares and all that. But I digress. That set is also probably due for a decent sized bump in the coming weeks. I mean, you've got the Jesse James promo. Do I have one here? I got it in the other office. The Jesse James promo, when that set came out, was $5 a card. I remember because I used to pull them all the time and they were trash. It was a cool, fun card to look at. No one gave a shit about that card. That card now is pushing like $100 on TCG Player. I bought, 40 or 50 of them a couple weeks ago for the $30 to $40 range, and went back to buy some more a couple days ago. I was like, what in the actual fuck just happened to all this? Doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever floats your boat, cool. It's a fairly easy card to grade. The PSA 10 rate on that's pretty high. And I think the PSA 10s at this point are selling for what, like $250, $300 US. Like, that's a fantastic rate of return. Even if you just bought the raw card at $5 and diamond handed them till now, you're sitting pretty good at this point with your 20x returns, let alone if you graded a bunch of PSA 10s and now are only just starting to unload them. So good on you if you manage that. This just keeps coming back around. You had, even in 2016 when Pokemon Go came out, everyone went crazy. Like, Evolutions was printed to oblivion. I remember I was buying boxes of Evolutions for like $70 US and cracking them for fun because you could pull a Charizard and it was pretty easy to pull a Charizard. I don't even know how many cases of that damn set I opened. And the singles still aren't worth a whole lot right now for the most part. That's on PSA 10s, which are ridiculously hard to grade, by the way. But the box is back up to like about $1,000 US again. Like, doesn't matter how much that set was printed, it's still worth money. It has all the good fundamentals you want to look for, the nostalgia bait or the fun artwork. It's just a popular set that people like to crack. And as a result, long term, blocking out all the, fuddle-duddle of people and the white noise of the market saying, oh, it's printed to oblivion, it's worthless, don't, buy that as a shitty set. When the fundamentals are there, it doesn't matter how much they printed it. Because that's going to help you in the long run, because people are just going to keep opening the damn thing. And after a point in time, the supply goes down that much that people are like, oh, well, it doesn't make sense for this to be this cheap anymore. More modern examples, you've got your 151, you've got your Crown Zenith, all of that stuff in the last month and a half have also seen tremendous gains, even though they were, quote unquote, printed to oblivion. You look at 151 right now with Costco and those Blooming Waters boxes being released en masse. And yeah, there's been a momentary dip in the price of 151 packs and sealed products, but once these Costco restocks stop, you, in my opinion, are going to see a tremendous uptick in the price, because the sell-through rate of these packs, on your streams, on your rip and ships, what have you, people just love to open that product. It's all about the fundamentals. You got your original 151 Pokemon. There's fantastic artwork in there. You've got that Charizard chase card. Everything about that set was a home run from the beginning, and doesn't matter how much was printed. People love cracking the set. It's going to do well long term, and this is probably going to be your last chance to pick up any of it in any substantial amount of quantities for prices that are not, completely obscene. The Costco bundles, if you're buying off of the dirty, evil scalpers on Facebook Marketplace and what have you, they're still under $10 a pack. It's still a fantastic price point, in my opinion, for a product with as many different hits, as good of a pull rate as that set, and with how much intrinsic love people have for the cards and the Pokemon inside it. So, long story short, doesn't matter how much Pokemon prints something, as long as it has the fundamentals that bring people back to keep cracking packs and having fun while they're at it. So, that's it for today. Just wanted to shout that from the rooftops for any of you who are new to this whole fiasco when it comes to prismatic evolutions and dirty scalpers ruining everything and Pokemon bullshitting about reprinting something to the ground. Yeah, short term it's probably going to have an impact on the prices. You saw when Pokemon made their announcement before release, that prices dipped a decent bit, but guess what? They're gone back up again. They're going to keep going up again. Doesn't matter how much Pokemon prints of that set. The fundamentals are there. Artwork's fantastic. Everyone loves Eevee and the evolutions. Print as much of that set as you want, and people just keep buying it and opening it because it's a fun set to crack. You've got decent hits in it. You can argue if the Pokeballs are Master Balls or hits or not, but at the end of the day, you're going to hit something in every 3 or 4 packs. So that's pretty much it for today. If you got any questions, hit me up on Instagram at Petaparty. Otherwise, have a good one.